Imagine this. You wake up with a plan. Today is the day you eat healthy, finally start that long overdue project, and resist the endless pull of social media. But fast forward just a few hours and you're scrolling TikTok, eating junk food, and pushing your to-do list to tomorrow again. Sound familiar? It's not just you, it's almost everyone. Self-control, or the lack of it, defines our lives more than we realize. It determines whether we stay in shape, build a successful career, maintain good relationships, or even live a longer, healthier life. But if self-control is so important, why does it feel nearly impossible to master? The answer lies in your brain. Your mind is in a constant battle between impulse and reason, between instant gratification and long-term success. The ability to win this battle isn't just about willpower, it's about understanding the science behind it. The present versus future self, the war inside your brain. Picture two people living inside your head. The present self, the version of you that wants pleasure now. It craves the dopamine rush of Netflix binges, sugar, and endless scrolling. The future self, the version of you that dreams big. It wants to be fit, financially free, and highly successful. Every single day, these two versions of you fight for control over your decisions. The problem? The present self is far more powerful because it operates on immediate desires. It wants pleasure now, not later. The future self, on the other hand, is more logical, but it feels distant, almost like it's someone else's problem. This is why we say things like, I'll start eating healthy next week. I'll quit social media after this one last video. I'll start working out when I feel more motivated. Your brain tricks you into thinking that your future self will be stronger, more disciplined, more focused. But when the time comes, your present self takes over and the cycle repeats. The marshmallow experiment, a window into self-control. One of the most famous studies on self-control is the marshmallow experiment conducted in the 1960s by psychologist Walter Mischel at Stanford University. Here's how it worked. A group of children was brought into a room and given a choice. They could eat one marshmallow immediately, or if they waited for 15 minutes without eating it, they would get 2 marshmallows instead. Some kids couldn't resist. They ate the marshmallow within seconds. Others managed to wait, resisting temptation by covering their eyes, singing songs, or even turning away from the marshmallow. But here's the shocking part. Years later, researchers followed up with these kids as adults. Those who were able to delay gratification were found to have higher academic achievements, better jobs, healthier bodies, and even stronger relationships. The takeaway? Self-control isn't just about small decisions. It can predict the entire course of your life. Why is self-control so hard? If we know self-control is important, why do we still struggle? The answer lies in 3 key areas of the brain. 1. The prefrontal cortex, your self-control headquarters. This is the logical part of your brain, responsible for decision-making, impulse control, and future planning. The stronger your prefrontal cortex, the easier it is to resist temptations. The problem? Modern life weakens it. Excessive screen time, poor sleep, and constant distractions make it harder for this part of your brain to function effectively. 2. The limbic system, the pleasure seeker. Deep inside your brain is the limbic system, the emotional center that craves instant gratification. It releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical, whenever you experience pleasure. Social media? Dopamine. Junk food? Dopamine. Video games? Dopamine. Your brain is wired to seek pleasure even if it harms you long-term. 3. The habit loop, the invisible force controlling your actions. A lot of what we do isn't conscious. It's habit-driven. The more you engage in a habit, whether good or bad, the stronger those brain pathways become. This is why, without realizing it, you instinctively open social media when you wake up or grab junk food when you're bored. Self-control isn't just about willpower. It's about reprogramming these unconscious habits. How companies hack your brain's self-control. Ever wonder why junk food tastes so addictive or why you can't stop scrolling through Instagram? It's because companies design their products to hijack your brain's weaknesses. Fast food is engineered to hit the perfect balance of sugar, fat, and salt, triggering dopamine overload and making it nearly impossible to resist. Social media uses infinite scrolling and random rewards. Think of how some posts go viral while others don't. This unpredictability keeps you hooked. Video games and streaming platforms create autoplay features that make you lose track of time. These industries spend billions of dollars studying how to weaken your self-control, because the less self-control you have, the more time and money you give them. How to strengthen your self-control, the first step. Now that you know why self-control is so hard, let's talk about how to fix it. The first step, create barriers between you and your impulses. Here are 3 simple strategies you can use right now. Make bad habits. Inconvenient. If junk food is your weakness, don't keep it in the house. If social media distracts you, remove the apps from your phone. Use the 5-second rule. When you feel an impulse to do something you know you shouldn't, like checking your phone, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take action on a productive task instead. Commit publicly. Tell someone about your goal. Studies show that public accountability makes you more likely to follow through.